Hello everyone, this is Judith with another video. Welcome to the channel Twin Flame Essentials. This is not about predicting the future. This is all about talking about twin flames, right? Those cards, they are like showing me what you need to know and what direction I need to go. Yeah, and I'm basically also channeling messages that you need to hear. Good. So Spirit wanted me to talk about stinginess today. This was like the overall topic that I was given. And maybe you also have to deal with stinginess in your life. Maybe you have parents that are stingy. Maybe you feel that your twin flame is stingy because he's like not giving you what you want. He's maybe stingy with his time, or in whatever regards, right? So in truth, this is maybe showing up as stinginess, but in truth, of course, this is like an issue that you need to resolve. So, but because, and now I start like going to the cards, we have, first I show you, we have the Lovers, we have the Ten of Swords, the Ten of Wands, the Ten of Swords, and the Six of Swords. And we have two clarifiers. One is humility and the other one gratitude. I will come to this in a minute. So yeah, first of all, this is something that you already have created, or you do not even, yeah, you have created this together with your twin flame. This is already in your field energetically, right? You're one with your twin flame. As I always say, you are always one. And you have always been one, and you will always be one, right? So that's done, basically. This is not where you are going, right? This is not where you're going, but this is basically where you're coming from. This is your foundation. It is there, right? And the big question is, how can you access this reality? Because it is a reality. And we also have to acknowledge that this reality, to be in this beautiful love, right, with our divine counterpart, this has maybe nothing to do with the person that we have in our mind. This might be our divine counterpart, and maybe it's not our divine counterpart. As I always say, we have to come to a point where we completely surrender this, because what we want in truth is not the specific person. What we want is this divine love, and no matter what it looks like, really, right? So it might be very, very true for you that this is your divine counterpart, right? Because you have this intuition. I'm not saying that your intuition is wrong. I just say that whether it is your divine counterpart or not, still you have to come to that point where you give it over to the divine. And this is with this humility, what we have to have, this humility, right? And it says you have developed the loving awareness that you and everyone else are the same, but on different paths, right? So you want, what this means is not that you and your divine counterpart are on different paths and never come together. No, it just means that we it's not us who is controlling other people. We are not controlling our divine counterpart, right? We are giving this over to the divine, and we free our divine counterpart to walk his own path, to learn the lessons that he or she needs to learn, the things he or she needs to release along the way, right? So that's humility, and giving things over to the divine is one of the keys along our journey. That's how we get there, how we get back there, right? How we get back there is humility and gratitude. Yeah. Gratitude. You fully appreciate the invaluable lessons that life lovingly presents to you. So when we look at stinginess, for example, then in truth we have to be grateful for our divine counterpart to show us, because really this is revealing something to us. Maybe we have experienced stinginess with our parents. They've maybe not, maybe your father or your mother was not fully able to be there for you. It's very often not a stinginess like in the material sense. It could be also revolving around money, of course, but it's also it's very much an emotional stinginess, right? That your needs were not met when you were a child, and that's what you need to address really with your work, right? So your divine counterpart is showing you this, but you resolve it only if you say, okay, thank you for this, thank you for showing me, thank you God, thank you universe for showing me the issue. I see how I can resolve that, and I can help you to clear those things. You know that, right? If you want help, please reach out via email. You find the address in the description box. And there is also a link to a free webinar that I've created for you to clear the energies in your divine union. You can work right away, right, on clearing your field, and this already does a lot. And you benefit from additional knowledge. So yeah, sign up and I will send you the webinar. So yeah, and this is basically the path to go in order to arrive back there where you already are. But you have a lot of luggage, right? We don't want this luggage, because really we don't need this. Those are all things you're holding on to. Those things, this makes your life appear very gray, right? There is this heaviness, and look, the sun is not shining, you have a lot of wind, it's really hard to go down that mountain. But already what I think is really nice is that you're going down that mountain. It's not like you going up that hill with all those wands, like in the Rider-Waite tarot, but you are like burning all those wands. You have a bunch of them here, but the other ones are here, and you put them on fire. So you're burning one after the other, and you're like, you let go of all this. You resolve those issues, you're done with all of those things, right? So this is coming to an end, right? This is talking about all the issues being resolved, and you like heading for a future where you have no luggage, basically, right? And you're free. So 10 of Swords is like, endings and new beginnings. So here it's clearly talking with this card about the new beginning. So you're going down this hill, this mountain, in order to be here, to be free, no luggage there anymore. You're done with all of that. This has ended, right? A cycle. You're about to end a cycle, because very often those things, they show up as cycles, right? And when you have resolved things and you are like free, then other things show up, and you have maybe to go round and round in cycles for some time, maybe, right? I don't know, but usually it works that way. And every time there is a big relief, right? And nothing is like it was before. You've left behind patterns, you've left behind belief systems that are not serving you. You're burning all those belief systems, basically, right? And also maybe like relationships that are not serving, soul contracts, you're like leaving behind people in your life. But as I always say, those things fall away naturally, right? We don't have to force it. It just happens. And with 6 of Swords, you're moving into calmer water, right? That's where you want to be with your red scarf. You're always like, you have this remembrance, right? You are the watcher of this video. You are probably the one in this union who is remembering the union. You're remembering the connection. You recognized your divine counterpart so deeply that you cannot forget this truth. And that's what, you know, look where you're going. You're traveling so many different landscapes, right? So there's inner landscapes as well. You're going everywhere, resolving all of your issues, and you're not stopping basically until you're like being in a calmer water and have gained mastery, right? Yeah, and basically for me, your divine counterpart is the one who holds the key to reuniting, right? And you hold this ability to remember the connection. Yeah, so when it comes to stinginess, I would always say that this has something to do with your childhood and someone withholding love from you, right? And that's something that is very hurtful, right? It's like with the 10 of Swords, it's a big wound, but wounds come from wounds, right? It's a long, long ancestral line, and it's also like happening lifetime after lifetime. It's happening for you in the soul group. We carry wounds, and then we give those wounds, we pass those wounds on to other people. And what we do basically by like when those trauma is created, then basically we're like externalizing a part of ourselves, and then we're looking for this fulfillment outside of ourselves. But really what we have to do is we have to take that back. And then we come to a place, believe it or not, where we are happy and fulfilled within ourselves. We are like vibrating at the frequency of our union, and then our union is coming, right? Whether we take steps or our divine counterparts take steps, it doesn't matter really who takes the step. That's not what matters. What matters is that you have to vibrate at the frequency of your union. And this is like already being fulfilled, already being in love, because not because you just believe it, but because you have walked down that path, and that's what you have to do, right? Why do you have to do that? In order to experience that you receive everything from the divine. And in order to build this relationship with the divine and see how beautiful that is, and how much you receive, and how much the divine is contributing to you, to giving you all you need to be in those calmer waters and to be in this peace. And then once you are there, then when other issues show up, you already have gained the trust, and you already know what to do in order to maintain your high vibration. And then once you know how to do that, it's also much easier to be in union, because to be in union in the 3D, it can be difficult at times, and there are also couples that fall out of union again, and then they manage to get back into union because they've already did it once, and then they know how to do it again. But this is really essential, right? And every couple has a unique path. It's still some things are the same, right? But it very much depends on the specific wounds, not only from this lifetime, but also what you carry in the ancestry, right? And when it comes to stinginess, really, then what I think for the collective, what we can tell is that we live in a world where we are people or for generations we have been in the belief system. We have almost been forced to believe that there is something like lack, right? We live on this planet and there's only such and such amount of water, such and such amount of whatever, fish or plants or resources of whatever kind, and this is all limited. Where in truth, and that's maybe something that you haven't thought about yet, in truth, this is my belief at least, to me the truth is that everything is endless, right? We live in a universe that is eternal, so everything basically is eternal and limitless. We are the ones who create things. So you, with your mind, you create. But to be in alignment with the divine also means that we are like not using things in a greedy way, for example. So people who are in alignment, they have this natural riches about them, right? It's an abundance that comes, it's a divine abundance. It's not something that comes from greed, sorry, from greed, from being greedy, right? Because we experience a lot of greed these days on the planet, but that's really not divine, and that's not a very high vibration. So, and when we understand that we are a soul in essence, and our soul like comes back time and again on the planet, then we would not want to exploit everything, and we would not want to we would basically want to treat everything, we're connected to everything, right? So that's the way we treat other people or other beings, is that's something that we do to ourselves, basically. You know all of that. I don't want to say too much about this, but still it is very important to me that really there is no need for stinginess, right? Because things are there, everything you want is there for you. Everything that you deserve at the core is there for you. This love is there for you. Peace is there for you, for all of us. So let's access this, right? Let's access this. So yeah, if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments or send me an email. I'm here for you, and I wish you a beautiful day. Take care, everyone, and I see you in the next video. Bye for now. Bye.